Monday, April 19th, 2021, here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. No excuses, just free picks. Got just Rod Zawacki and myself today, Brian Bittler, on load management. Give him a day off here and there to take his son on spring break. That's how we are. No, Brian, well-deserved day off. Of course, we have his premium pick for the morning show. He's supposed to be here for the late show. Yesterday, we ran the late show a little early, so he wasn't able to do it logistically, but hopefully he's been able to do it. And I believe he's back the next 3 days, and then he's off on Friday and Saturday, and then he's back on Sunday, back to normal. And we'll be having different schedules going forward as well, but of course, no excuses, just free picks. We continue to do this every single day. It's not like, oh, one day we don't feel like doing it or whatever. Just like our free pick videos here at pickdogs.com. We certainly encourage everyone to subscribe to our channel. Get notifications if you wish to. Certainly, notifications aren't something for everyone. The thing is I post a ton of videos every day, so you'll probably get a lot of notifications. I'm not really sure how that works. But like I said, if you subscribe to our channel, though, it helps us. It doesn't really give us, subscribing doesn't really give us any kind of preferential treatment in YouTube or anything like that. The content does that, and the views on and stuff like that do, and how long people are watching our videos, things like that are the things that have effect on that. Subscribers is really just a vanity number, but it's something that advertisers and people like that see. Just because people are subscribed doesn't mean they're watching. I mean, some of these channels, a lot of our competitors' channels are like 10, 15 years old. So some people that have subscribed to their channel could be dead, right? I mean, who the heck knows? Because it's weird, some of these have like two times the subscribers that we have, but they only have, less than a quarter of the views that we have. So I don't know. It doesn't make it. It's like, you go figure it out. I have no idea. But, of course, I'm wearing the new Pick Dogs gear. I've been wearing it all week, and I will continue to wear it every day. It's kind of like we still have black shirts, and I will continue to wear the Pick Dogs black shirts. I like them, but it's nice to get a little bit of color here. I have a gray one also, like Rod has in the background there. I have a gray one. I'll be wearing that, and I have blue. I wore maroon yesterday. You guys saw the hoodie I wore in the videos. We have other color hoodies. We got different hats too. We got these hats that are they're supposed to be the flex back hats, and that's why these aren't for sale. But they're going to be the same style, just a flex back. And then I'm wearing the trucker hat, which normally I don't wear a trucker hat because I got no hair these days. But so it get roasted in the Hawaiian sun. But here in the studio, I'm kind of digging it. Kind of digging the trucker. Anyways, Rod is kind of looking around. It's just me and you today, Rod. We don't have Brian to kick around.
You bet.
Brian. It's kind of back to old school, right? All we're missing is Ruffalo. Maybe we'll bring him in on Friday for a special guest appearance. Yeah, if you want the hoodie, you can get all the Pick Dogs merchandise. It's pickdogsmerch.com. We also have a banner. We have a banner.
Definitely Pick Dogs underwear. Coming soon.
If you request it,
it was the Pick Dog underwear line coming soon.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I think if you guys want it, we can do it. But it's like we just stuck some stuff out there. A lot of people have had requests for a lot of things. We had somebody that was doing our merch before. I didn't like it as much. So it was like, I like those of you that got our shirts that I sent out, the free shirts, the ones that we were getting rid of, all of them. You guys know that those are high quality t-shirts. They're not like garbage t-shirts. And I just like I will not have anything for sale for us or any giveaway stuff that I wouldn't wear myself. Like if you see me walking around in Maui, there's a good chance I'll be wearing a Sports Chat Place or Pick Dog shirt. Unless I'm at the golf course or something. So.
Yeah, it's definitely not one of those itchy type of shirts.
No, they're not at all. They're 100% cotton. It's not like those cheap blend polyester shirts, like with the high collar, like up to here that chokes you, and then it's like got these big shoulders and, it's like, what is this thing? It's like, thanks for the free shirt. It's like, oh, I got your shirt. It's like the collar's like super tight and like all the way up here. And then like the shoulders are out like this wide. It's like, this is not a good look. Not a good look. But, yeah, there's no, we announced Brian's schedule. He's on vacation with his son. It's spring break, and he'll be back. He'll be on the live show, not the live show, the late premium show today. And each of the next few days. I think he's back tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday. Then Friday, Saturday, he's off again for the morning show, and then he'll be back Sunday, and that's it. So that's where we're at. But anyways, let's get into the games. Got NBA today. We got a lot of games. So last night, this is the first time this has ever happened to me. So I did all the baseball videos, and then usually I'll take a little break in between doing the videos. I come back, I do all the NBA videos. I realize when I'm doing the Denver-Memphis game, or the Pacers-Spurs, which is like second to last of the games on the schedule, I realized that I have the mute button hit on the sound, and I recorded all the videos with no sound. I had to reshoot everything. So if you notice I'm talking really fast and I'm like, firing through on the NBA videos, it's because it's my second time through them. And I'm basically, I've already done them. If you've done them once, it's really easy the second time,
Oh, yeah.
I think those are some of my better videos that I've done, and I knocked them out like that. It's like, but anyways, ready for some NBA. I don't know what my record was yesterday. I said if I go at least 4-2 yesterday, I will go back to doing some premium NBAs. But I just think the NBA is just, everyone's a game time decision. It's just
so many question marks in a bunch of these games. It's like,
Brian deserves a vacation, but I don't. Anyways, got the Pistons and the Cavs. We got the Celtics and the Bulls. We got the Sixers and the Warriors. And we've got the Heat and the Rockets. Rod, any of these four?
For me, I'm going to take the Bulls plus the points in this one. I know the Celtics have been playing better basketball, but they got a whole pile of question marks here today. Is Brown going to play? Is Kemba even going to play? There's just too many questions here for me, and those guys don't play. I think it's a closer game than what we think. So I'm going to take the Bulls plus the 6 points in the Bulls and the Celtics in that one. And I think that's too many points for the Heat. I'm going to take the Rockets plus the 8.5 in that one. I think the Heat win, but not by 8 now. 8 now? Yeah, it's an 8 now. Yeah, I'll take the Rockets plus the 8. I think that's too many points.
It's kind of like what David is saying here. You have to literally bet the NBA right before tip-off. So that's what the new premium show is going to allow you to do. Late money moves, late information, late everything. It's basically going to be our late premium picks, because the way the premium picks work on the site is they all have to be in a reasonable amount of time. You don't know how many emails I get from people. I got to leave for the casino. I got to do this. Where are my picks? I bought a package. So we have it where the cappers generally get the picks in by 11 a.m. Eastern time. Sometimes, noon, 12:30-ish at the latest. But, you can't put picks in the premium area really late because people that buy the monthly packages, yearly packages, stuff like that, they have to know. They can't be checking all day long. It's unfair to them. But, a lot of times there is late information on these games, and games that you wouldn't have bet that you might bet now, and games that you maybe were going to bet and aren't going to bet now. So that's what the late premium show is going to be, the new one, and it's going to have money moves. It's going to have all sorts of stuff, and plus it's also going to include late NFL halftimes. The early NFL halftimes are still going to be free. We've killed the NFL halftimes the last 3 years, and I'm still going to do the early NFL halftimes, Thursday Night Football, Monday Night Football, of course, Sunday Night Football. But that 4 p.m. slot, those 4 p.m. after 4 p.m. games, those will be in the premium as well, the late premium. So, and the other show, it will be live, the late premium. I'll figure out how to do it, and it's like, we will get it done. It's like, I just need to ask someone, ask someone to help me do it. So, not a big deal. But anyways, so people are asking about it. We got about 11 days before that starts. So we'll have it very, very firm, what the new premium is going to have. And, of course, we're eliminating just the $30 premium, which is just the early show. You'll have access with the $50 premium to exactly what the $50 premium has now, an early and a late, but the late might be a little earlier than it is now. Now it is at 5 p.m. It's probably going to be 4:30 or 4 o'clock Eastern time for the late premium. And then we're going to have the late premium show at like 5 o'clock, 5:15 to like 5:45. It'll be like a half hour. It's going to have to be a firm stop because the drive-through starts at 6. So that's just the way that's going to work. It's not for everyone. We're not saying you have to do it. We're not saying anything like that. We're just saying it's there, and we're going to give it a shot. That's what we do. We try things. We see how it goes, and then we kind of I don't think there's been one thing that we've ever done that we've kind of just started where we finished. Not ever. Even this show, right? I mean, originally it was just me. Then it was me and Rod and Chris, I think. And then it was me and Rod and Steve and Chris. Then it was me and Rod and Chris and Brian. And now it's me, Rod, and Brian. And now it's on the weekends. It's me, Rod, Brian, and Romanelli. And then, it's like in the drive-thru it was Tony, me. It was Tony and me, I think, when we started the drive-thru.
Yeah, when you first started, the first one
when we
was
first
you
started,
and
it was Tony and me. Then it was Tony with Dana and Joe D'Amico. And then it was Tony and Dana. Then it was Tony and Chris. Then it was just Tony. And now it's Tony and Chris again. So it all changes, and it always seems to work out. But speaking about working out, let me get back to these picks, right? I like the Celtics here against the Bulls. The Bulls, I just can't buy into this crap. I just can't do it. They're just too bad. I know it looks very, very trappy, but the game that I really like is the Sixers against the Warriors. Steph Curry is still listed as doubtful or as questionable, but he's starting to look doubtful here with this line moving to 9. I just think the Sixers, who have always been a great home team, even when they're bad, they're good, right, at home. So I just think the Sixers are just too tough. I also like the Heat against the Rockets. I know the Heat are coming off that win against the Nets, so it's like kind of a very public thing. But it's a very you'd think that the public would be all over the Heat after beating the Nets yesterday, but the Heat don't beat teams by double digits. But if you look at these numbers, right? So here's and if you saw my video, I kind of went over this and I beat it into the ground, but we're going to beat it into the ground one more time. The Heat allow 107.6 points per game. Okay, the Rockets score 108.2, 24th in the NBA. The Heat are 3rd in points allowed. Okay, shooting percentage against the Heat, 3rd best in the NBA. The Rockets, 28th in the NBA. 3-point shooting. The Heat, 12th best at defending the 3. The Rockets, dead last in shooting the 3. Fine, the Heat might not score 1 million points in this game. This game's 85-0. This game's going to be 85-0. I don't see how the Rockets score a point. I just don't see it, I'm going to go with the Heat here. I know it's not a popular pick, to be honest with you. I don't care. I'm going with the Heat and the Sixers in this time slot as my 2 that I like the best. Go to the next time slot. We got the Wizards and the Thunder, the Bucks and the Suns, the Pacers and the Spurs, the Nuggets now up to 7.5 against the Grizz, and so someone's probably playing. And then we got the Lakers and the Jazz. Rod? Sound like I just asked you to do my laundry.
I know, yeah.
You gave me the roof below there. Oh gosh.
For me.
Let's go to the dentist. It's like
for me, in this one, I'm going to take the Pacers. You know, they're on the back-to-back, but they need the wins. Give me the Pacers in that one at home. And I like the Grizzlies. Give me the Grizzlies plus the points over the Nuggets. I think that's a closer game than 7.5 in that one. And I like the Jazz and the Lakers to go over the number, 214.5. I think it just sneaks over in that one.
I like the Pacers against the Spurs. I think the Spurs on the road are just, as a road favorite, is just straight crap. Not a good place to be. And I like the Wizards against the Thunder. The Wizards are rolling right now. They've won 6 of their last 7. They're actually almost in the playoffs. They have a shot to make the play-in. So they have a lot to play for here, and they're playing their best basketball, not just of the season, of I think in a while. You know, last year they almost made the playoffs. They were in the bubble last year. So, not horrible. But I'll take those two in this time slot. I'm going to give out one of these as one of our one of the other games is one of our plays in the premium area for either early or late premium. Maybe I'll do it as in the early premium, one of these plays. Because I know what Brian has already. So it gives us a little bit of wiggle room. So I think a lot of people don't realize that that's what kind of also makes the premium. We've been hitting it pretty good in the premium picks recently. I don't pat ourselves on the back or kick ourselves too much, on those. But what makes it difficult is that, we all can't do the same game, and we all might have a strong opinion. It might be our strongest game, and someone else might have it already, and even worse, someone else might have it and be on the other side of it. And it happens. I always pick last. So, Rod will tell you, I always get last pick. So, it's a lot of times my game is gone. So if I hit one of these NBA games with the early show, then I'm going to be good. I'll be good for the late because I have a lot of stuff for the late show to work with. And I know Brian's pick is baseball in the early premium. It's not the early game, but it's a baseball game.
Yeah, we'll never make the early game. It starts in 12 minutes. Is that what it is? 12 minutes?
I think it starts now, right? Nice. I used to love going to that game when I lived in Boston. Get up early.
10 after 11.
Tailgate a little bit. Can you say if you're on the same team? I think we do. Sometimes. I think sometimes we say, and I think a lot of times you can tell the facial expressions by the other people too.
By the other people, yeah. You try to keep a straight face.
Yeah, you try and keep a straight face, but I don't think anyone ever has. So, yeah, if you have picks, the great place to put those is in our Facebook group.
And there is a time that sometimes we do all agree on the same pick as well.
Yeah. It's rare, but sometimes we do.
And when we have, it's been money. That's for sure.
It has. It has been. It has been. The only time we all agreed on the same pick and it lost was the other day. It was the Diamondbacks. It was the game that went to the last at bat. When Schwarber hit the home run, we all had the Diamondbacks at like plus 150 in that game.
Yeah, and then 1-0.
Yeah, and they lost 1-0, and it was a walk-off home run. It was like they were in it the whole way. They were there. They were so there.
Yeah, so there.
Let's go to what do you got for sale today?
I've got Kickstart the Week 5-pack. I've got 4 MLB plays, 1 10-star NBA play of the day that I like. These 5 best bets are the golden opportunity to kickstart a massive week ahead. Excited about this week of sports coming up.
I've got MLB 3-pack. I have 2 different ones. I have one that has the early game, and then I have one that doesn't have the early game. I think it's too late for the early game now. Anyways. What do we got? Major League Baseball. Should we look at what Brian has for sale?
Sure. What does he got?
You can get back in the Facebook group, but this isn't the place to ask. I know that he sent me a message. This guy, Dave Abbo, he was thrown out of the Facebook group because he was direct messaging other people in the group. If there's something that you have to direct message people about, then why wouldn't it just be in the group? Right? Unless you're selling something or doing something, right? Why couldn't it just be in the group? That the whole group is about sharing information about winning bets. If you're direct messaging, the automatic assumption is you're selling something. You're a spammer, scammer, all those other things. It's why it's in the rules.
It's Monday, so it's his give your pocket a money shot. His three-shot pack money shot.
Brian?
His best bet, yeah, Brian.
NBA
best bet
or baseball?
In the NBA, MLB, and NHL.
Whoa.
Give your wallet a money shot.
A smorgasbord, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay, we got baseball. We got the Red Sox and the White Sox at the fence in just a couple minutes. Might have missed the start on that one. Got the Giants and the Phils, the Nationals and the Cardinals, and the Royals and the Rays. Anything in those four? Just 7 games today.
Just 7 games, yeah. In the early game, I like the under. It's come down to 7.5. I still like the under. Early games usually tend to go under, so I like the under in that one. And I like what else do I like here? I like the Cardinals here. I'm going to take the Cardinals over the Washington, over the Nationals here. Flaherty's started the season pitching pretty good, so I think he continues, and the Nats and the Cardinals get a win here in that one. And I also like the Rays over the Royals. I was on the Royals playing the Jays, but I think the Rays continue their success coming in here and beating the Royals as well. The Rays are 12-3 the last 15 in versus Kansas City, 6-2 the last 8 in Kansas City, and I think the Rays in that one.
Let's see. I like the Nationals here against the Cardinals with Joe Ross. He's been pitching pretty well recently. I think Flaherty's a joke at, that where they have him in the rotation. The Cardinals pitching staff is absolutely terrible. I don't understand it, what's going on there, because normally the Cardinals organization is one of the best at teaching pitchers and bringing up young pitchers, and but this Cardinals defense is 28th in runs allowed, 5.36 per game. Team batting average against 247. Very un-Cardinal like. Do they play back to their, to being the Cardinals? Or is this the Cardinals? Because when you look at the rotation on the surface, this looks like it's the Cardinals, right? I mean, unless, they're missing a couple guys in the rotation, but Kim pitched, so he's back in now. And he looked decent. And, so that should help things. And then, maybe bumping Carlos Martinez out and Wainwright, further down in the rotation might help. But, you can't reel Flaherty out there and expect, to be good, as him as your number one starter. I just don't see it. The Nationals just absolutely pound right-handed pitching too. I mean, they just absolutely murder it. So I just think that probably in trouble. The Cardinals bat just 202 against righties. Joe Ross has been really on fire. The Nats are hitting everything. I mean, they're hitting 248 against righties, 291 against lefties. There's no escaping it. the Nats bats are on fire. And their stats are still a little skewed because, remember, they missed that first series of the season, so they've played significantly less games than everybody else. I like the Nationals here. I think there's a ton of value here on the Nats. And that'll be my free pick of that slot. We'll go to the next slot. It's a nice slot. I kind of like the Rays here. It's a lean. We got the Angels and the Rangers, the Padres and the Brewers, and the Mariners and the Dodgers. Any of these three, Rod?
For me, I like the Brewers. We'll fade Musgrove and opposite no. I think that's a solid under as well. I like the under. I know it's moved down to 6.5, but if you look at these meetings between these two, I definitely like the under in that one. But I like Brewers more. I think Brewers bounce back. Brewers are 4-0 off of a loss this year, so they've done great at bouncing back off a loss. So give me the Brewers in that one. And the other one is that you got to take the Dodgers on the run line. The Dodgers are 21-0 as a favorite of minus 130 or higher since 2018 off of in this situation. The Dodgers are going to beat up on the Mariners today. Sheffield is definitely not that good. Dodger bats wake up. I like the over in that one too.
Going with I like the Rangers against the Angels with Arihara. Dylan Bundy to me is just a dumpster fire. I'm taking the Rangers there. I know the Rangers are kind of dead to me too, so I don't love it, but it's okay. The Rangers, I'll call it a lean. And I really want the Brewers here. I'm going to take them anyway, but it's more of a lean. It would have been a premium play, but the issue here is Yelich and Kane are both out for the Brewers. And when they've been out for the Brewers over the last 2 years or so, the Brewers have really, really struggled offensively. The Brewers don't have a ton of depth like some of the other teams out there because they're a small market team. So they don't have, like the Yankees, a bench full of guys, or the Dodgers, right, who like their second string would be starters on everybody else. So without Yelich and Kane in there, but I do think that with Woodruff, they have a huge edge on the mound in this game over Musgrove. Even though Musgrove has a no-hitter, Woodruff is the way better pitcher on a day-to-day basis. So I like the Brewers there, but you can't lean on starting pitching. But if he can get them into the late bullpen with Hader, I think the Padres will be done in a low-scoring battle. So those are my two in that slot. Go to the NHL. And we got the Lightning and the Hurricane, the Panthers and the Blue Jackets, the Stars and the Red Wings, and the Blackhawks and the worst name in sports, the Predators.
And for me, I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Lightning. Take the Tampa Bay Lightning on the Canes. The Hurricanes definitely have not fared so well in Tampa. And Tampa's ready for this game. Give me Lightning on the money line. I like the Florida Panthers to beat up on the Columbus Blue Jackets today. Take the Panthers on the puck line in that one. And I like Detroit plus the 1.5. I think that's a 1-goal game in that one. As Detroit's been scrappy. They've definitely been playing some good hockey lately. Scrappy bunch. Give me the Wings plus the 1.5 on that one. And I like the Blackhawks to beat the Predators today. Blackhawks starting to play like they were in the beginning of the year. Give me the Blackhawks on the money line over the Predators.
Yeah, looking at these, looks pretty gruesome. It's like I wish I had an angle for one of these dogs, but I just don't see it in the Stars, Red Wings, or Blackhawks, Predators. Let me see about the other two. once again, just not a lot of meat on the bone and just some really big lines. If I was one of those people, if I was shameless and I could give out the Panthers at minus 225. But I just don't see it. The Lightning at minus 115 just looks like a sucker of sucker bets. I would take, it's like, and I don't even like the other side of it either. So gonna Ruffalo on that and take a straight pass. Got the Flames against the Senators, the Oilers, and the Canadiens. The Coyotes against the Smudges, and Vegas against San Jose.
More. It's a tough hockey card today. For me, I'm going to take the under in Montreal and the Oilers. Take the under 6 in that one. As I believe that under is like 5 straight. They don't score a whole lot of goals when they play 2-0 games, 4-0 games, 4-1. Yeah, give me the under in Montreal and the Oilers. And I'm going to take a shot with. I like the Sharks here today. I think the Sharks got a good shot at upsetting the Golden Knights. As the Golden Knights have played a bunch of games lately. This is like 4 games in 6 nights. Sharks are rested. Knights are on a back-to-back as well. I think the Sharks got a good shot. It's my nice dog day of the NHL there. Give me the Sharks over the Knights.
Look over. Well, I think it probably is the night in the NHL to just go for it. If you just take all the dogs at plus 200, I think if you hit, 1 or 2 of them, you end up in the plus money. It's just worth a shot. I think degenerate gambling, if you're up for some Monday night degenerate gambling on a light MLB card, why not just head on over to the NHL and hit these plus 200 dogs or even plus 175 here with the Senators?
Yeah, they just beat Montreal 4-0, so great value there.
6-16 on the road, but Calgary's no world beaters. Yeah, this is a
tough NHL card.
This is lousy. It's just terrible. It's like maybe Montreal on the puck line plus at minus 250 or whatever. I don't know. It's like hot diggity. Too good to be true. I'm going to take a hard pass on the NHL today. No Mitchie pucks. Maybe we won't wear the Pick Dogs blue anymore. We can't get an NHL. It's the blue Pick Dog shirt. Add a little color, a little less NHL. I think everyone would rather have the NHL. No, I think it's just a tough card there. And like I said, I think Montreal is a lean against Edmonton. All right, I'll take Montreal. What the hell? All right, you guys talked me into it. It's like, maybe you want to put a little something. All right, I'm going to take Montreal. It'll be the Mitchie Pucks, but it is a lean at best. Lean at best. All right, parlay time.
All right. For me, we're going to go take the Pacers on the money line, Rays on the money line, Brewers on the money line. Parlay those 3 up.
I'm going to go with the 76ers, the Heat, and the Wizards will be my parlay. All right. Now we go to the recap section. It's so weird with just 2 people, right? Let's see. Where am I? It's like I have so many things going on my screen. I can't even figure this out. All right. Here we go. All right, you're up.
Okay, we'll start with the NBA. I'm going to take the Bulls plus the points. What else we taking? I took the Rockets plus the points. I took the Pacers. I think the Pacers on the money line. I take the Grizzlies plus the points. And the Jazz and the Lakers over the total. In MLB, I took the Boston game under. I took the Rays on the money line. The Brewers on the money line. The St. Louis Cardinals on the money line. And the Dodgers on the run line over the Mariners. And in the NHL, I went Tampa Bay on the money line. Florida Panthers on the puck line. Detroit on the puck line. The Blackhawks on the money line. Montreal and Edmonton under. And the San Jose Sharks over the Vegas Knights. And my parlay was the Pacers money line, Rays money line, and the Brewers on the money line.
I've got the Heat, 76ers, Pacers, and the Wizards. In baseball, I took the Nationals, the Rays, Rangers, a lean, and the Brewers, a want, and a lean on the Montreal Canadiens. My parlay, Heat, Sixers, Wizards. This is Mitch. Thanks for joining us. Let me bring Rod back in for the Beverly Hillbillies goodbye. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. We'll try and act more professional tomorrow. We'll have Bittler here back with us tomorrow, I believe. Have a great day, and we'll be doing the premium show. It'll just be us two, but we have Brian's pick, and I'll be reading that as well. And then he'll be live. He'll be with us for the 5 o'clock, I believe. So thanks, everyone, for joining us. Have a great day. Let's make it a winning day. And, of course, like I said, we'll try and act more professional tomorrow.